Welcome. Today I have a book haul for you. So I went to the AAUW used book sale today, and that is the American Association of University Women. They put together... Eleanor, do you have to be so loud about your playing? She's having a fun time because when else would we play but when I sit down? Anyways, AAUW is the American Association of University Women. It's a nationwide group, but the local chapter we have here does a book sale every year, and they dedicate the funds to girls going to college or for math and science programs in the community for girls. They tend to do underprivileged girls and tend to do more towards women of color. So I went to their book sale today, and I have a array of books here. All of their books range from 50 cents up to $6, and they don't just sell books. They also do DVDs, games, movies. Like, I think they even have VCRs there. They have records. They have all variety of books from fiction up to as far back as the 1990s, I think was the latest I saw there today. Up through travel, biography, fiction, mass market paperbacks, you name it. They got tons of books. So, let's see the variety of books I picked out here today. So, this one is A Small Dose of Murder by Elton Gansky. I've never heard of this author before, but what caught me was the title. I base a lot of books based off title alone. This one caught my eye, and then the cover did. And when I read the synopsis on the back, because I was like, you know what, you probably should read the synopses before. I know, there's a squirrel on the TV. I put your TV show on. I was hoping to make you calm. I was hoping the TV show would keep her calm doing this. I was hoping it would just keep her calm and keep her quiet. Obviously that didn't work. This is not working. Anyways, so I picked this book based off the title alone and then read the synopsis on the back. It sounds like a forensic file episode, which I do enjoy the forensic files. Next book I found was The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I butcher names all the time, guys. Bear with me. So this is a book of the month book, actually. And I got this for $4.50. Pretty good deal. This was actually on my TBR anyways from Book of the Month. I just haven't bought it yet. I feel like this is a fairly common one. So, dealing with the Mexican government being overthrown. And I figured this was a great book for the upcoming spooky season, because I've heard good things about it. Next one I found was A Good Mother by Lara Balsam. Again, this was a title buy, and I did read the back, and again, it sounds like a Forensic Files episode. Hence the whole purpose of me picking up the book. I like true crime. You know, there's probably an actual murder that happened like this. And let's just admit it. There probably is, and I'm into that kind of stuff. This next one is a very, very popular book and a popular TV show. I picked up You. So I've heard good things about the book. I was told not to read it at work though, and I've been told that the book is a bit creepier than the show. I actually have not seen the show in its entirety. I've seen bits and pieces as my mom has watched it, but because I have not read the book yet, I have not picked it up yet. So this may be a priority read from what I heard. Y'all have to let me know. Is this a priority read? We'll save those ones for last. Next one is Daisy Jones and the Six. Again, self-explanatory. I've been told this is a good one. It's been a few picks for readathons, a readathon book or book clubs I've been in, but I just have not participated in it. But I've been told it's a good one, and I've been told I should probably also watch the show. This one is Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I picked up this one because I want to do I've never read Lisa Jewell, and I want to do like an author taste test. So I actually have a few of her books on my shelves. I can see at least 2 or 3 over there on my shelf. So I want to do a whole vlog featured on taste testing Lisa Jewell to see if I actually do like it and if I should continue buying her books or if I should stop doing that, because if I'm not gonna like them, why do I keep buying them? Again, it's a work in progress. I've had that idea for, I don't know, a few months now. Next one I found is The Other Misses by Mary Kubica. I've had this one on my TBR before, but I haven't picked it up. The only other one by Mary Kubica I've read is Local Girl Missing, and it was one of the best books I've read last year. So I was like, we definitely need to pick up one of her other books, right? You know, we need to pick up another option. Next one I picked up is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I have all but Happy Places of her books now that I bought this one. Because I have Beach Read, haven't read it. People Leave Me on Vacation, I technically own. It is at my grandma's house. I loaned it to my cousin a year ago, and she just returned it to me on the 4th of July. And then I gave it to my grandma to read because I thought my grandma would like it. Hello, Miss Shelby. So, we now own this. Now I just gotta buy Happy Places, which is the lovely pink one. Oh, let's group all those together. Next one I picked up is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I've heard this is a good one. And I've heard the series on Netflix is also a good one. I debated this one quite a bit in there. I had seen it on the shelf, and I did pick it up. I read the synopsis, was unsure how I was feeling, and I put it back. But I saw the book 5 separate times in there in 5 separate places. And I was like, maybe I'm just meant to read this book because I keep coming across it. So I was like, you know what? This is the best cover of it I found. And I'm like, this is the cover I liked anyways. And I'm like, you know what? I'm really vibing with this color. I mean, cover, it's like not much, but like also the colors on it are nice. I really like this blue and I like the shade of yellow. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm meant to read this book. The synopsis didn't grab me, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. And it is a bit of a chunky one. At least it feels like it's a chunky one anyways. I've never read a Kristen Hanna book, but I've heard lots of good things about Kristen Hanna. So maybe this will be a little bit of a taste test. I've heard Four Winds is good. Haven't picked that one up. But like I said, I've heard a lot of good things. So I wanted to group these last 3 together because they are all by the same author. I have not jumped on the Colleen Hoover bandwagon. I do have Verity in my bedroom. It was my mom's copy. She made it to page 10 and has not picked it up since. And then I took it from her about 4 months ago and it's been sitting on my dresser. So I'm like, this is something I need to read because I've been told Verity is amazing and I should read it. Clearly I'm right on top of this, but I haven't jumped on the Coho bandwagon. I've been I heard there's like no in between. You either love her or you hate her. There's no in between. But I've heard good things. So I've decided, I decided this a while ago, just like I decided with Lisa Jewell, I want to do a author taste test. So I was like, all right, so I have Verity. We'll obviously do that one. But I was debating about which of her other books to do a taste test on because I'm like, I feel like we need to do more than one to get like a real feel if I like this author or not. And so I actually came across 3 of Coho books in the book sale. I found It Ends With Us. I've been told this is great. I tried to find It Starts With Us too. I'm like, but I couldn't find it. And either people aren't giving it up and putting it in the book sale, or in the 40 minutes it took me to get there from its start at 4 p.m. because I didn't get out of work till 4:40. And it's like across the street from my work. Someone bought it or they literally just don't have it. I even looked through like the 2014 to present area and couldn't find anything by Colleen Hoover in there. I also was looking for Stephen King, couldn't find Stephen King very much. kind of disappointed in that, but anyways, that is the first coho book I found. And then I came across Ugly Love, and I debated this one. I walked past it at first. I was like, I don't really know if I want to get Ugly Love. I haven't heard a lot about it. And she'd be like, okay, yeah, this is one I should definitely read. So I hadn't heard a lot about it, so I kind of like walked past it at first. Well, that was a very ambitious throw of your turtle. You also have gotten out so many toys. Why did you get out so many toys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why did you get out 8 toys in the past 10 minutes? What are you doing? Yeah, you. Why'd you get out so many toys? Continue on. Continue playing. It's fine. It's fine. We'll clean it later. So, I did go back eventually and pick up Ugly Love. This was like a last minute decision for me. And the last one I picked up is Reminders of Him. I have not heard a ton about this one, but some coworkers recommended it to me. So I was like, obviously we'll pick it up, you know. This way, for my coho vlog, I'll have 4 books, including Verity, to taste test on. And if I don't like Colleen Hoover between these 4 books, then it's obviously not for me. You know how, you know, it's obviously not for me. So those are the last of the personal books I bought for myself. They have a children's section there. And I was like, we might as well go over and check it out. I do have a niece that's going to be 11 months here in a few days. So, first I found her this lovely little happy birthday book. And it's a touch and feel book so that she's really into books where she can touch things. Which I don't feel like any of these pages are very good at showing you how to touch. Okay, this one's okay. So there's like the little touch. And she's super into that kind of stuff. So I was like, you know, she likes to feel books. She thinks all books are touch books now, to be completely honest. We tried to read her like a normal book and she got very angry that it was not a touch and feel book. So I got her one for happy birthday because her birthday is coming up. It is also, it's going to be her second Christmas, but like, let's be real, she was 2 months old for our first Christmas. She's going to be much more fun this year at Christmas because we're going to teach her how to rip paper. It's going to be much more exciting than her sleeping through all of Christmas. So I got her this Peekaboo Christmas Fun Time book. And I don't think she has any books like this, but they're the ones where you can pop stuff open. And I think, you know, it's not a touch and feel book, but maybe she'll be intrigued and not scream if there's something exciting for us to do on the pages. Maybe we'll be able to branch out from touch and feel books. As the only other touch and feel book I can find at Walmart right now for is a one about spiders. It has the itsy bitsy spider on it, and my sister's terrified of spiders, so I will be murdered if I buy it. I found another touch and feel book, Mommy and Baby. Has some cats on it. She has 2 cats. Also some puppies, because she also has a dog. And I figured, you know, it's not exactly like the other touch and feel books, but like, you can feel outlines pretty close. And the last one, she doesn't have one like this either. I found a pop-up book for her. So she doesn't have any pop-up books. This one's not very good, but it doesn't pop out that much. I think this one does more. She doesn't have any pop-up books. So I was like, you know what, Kai? Let's find you a beautiful pop-up book. Maybe that will intrigue you. It sounds fun, right? So those are the books I picked out. 4 for my niece. And then I don't know where I want to put all these books yet, guys. I have like stacks of books on the floor. I don't know where I want to put these. And I don't even know how many books I picked out for myself. That's 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. I picked out 12 books for myself, which I feel like is a good amount. I don't think there was as much, there was like a ton of selection, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of James Patterson, which I do not read James Patterson books. I just don't do it. And there was a lot of Lee Child. And I've tried a few Lee Child books before, and I'm not super into them. I'm just not into it. I've also tried a few Nora Roberts books, and I'm just not into them. And there were tons of these books, like rows and rows. I didn't take any videos inside. One, I don't know if we're allowed. Two, they had no AC, and it is in the 90s today. And there's no AC in the building. There's AC in the building, I guess. It is, so where they were holding it, where they've held it the past few years, is we used to have an elder beerman in our mall. And it went out maybe 10 years ago. So they've been using the space where the old elder beerman is. And I don't know if the mall has like shut the AC off to that part of the building. Like, why would we AC it when there's like no one in there except for this week? So I don't know if they just didn't turn it on, but they had like big industrial fans in there, and it was boiling. Like, I felt like I was gonna pass out in there because it was so hot and there were so many people. But overall, I had a great time. I did not get as many books as I did last year. Last year I think I got around 23. But $55, including the $5 entrance fee. I did pretty good, I feel like. Like, you know, that's a pretty good deal on books. I didn't spend any more than $4.50 on a book. And I think the cheapest was $1 on some of the children's books. $1.50 maybe. But for the most part, most of the books were $3. So I feel like we did a pretty good job. This is my birthday present to myself every year, where I get to take money and go buy a variety of books at the book fair. Or book sale, whatever term you want to use. So, it's for a good cause, I feel. And I had a lot of fun. So, will I read these books? Debatable. I haven't touched a single one from last year. But if there is one that you guys feel I should prioritize, or if I should prioritize one of those author spotlights, Lisa, Jewel, or Coho, let me know back down in the comments. And I will attempt to get to it very, very soon. Bye!